All right, peace and greetings, everybody. It's August the 12th, the year 2017. I told you guys I'm going to just keep reading book after book. I've got several lined up on this Gordon Kahl story. I think Gordon Kahl was one of America's greatest patriots. This particular book is called It's All About Power, a true and accurate eyewitness account of the shootout between Gordon Kahl and U.S. Marshals at Medina, North Dakota, by former Medina police officers Darrell Graff and Steve Schnabel. Now, on page 21 is a letter from prison from Gordon Kahl. You guys know that I read letters from prison all the time from prisoners that are alive. My wife reads them as well. But this is kind of hard to read, so I'm going to do the best I can. Keep in mind, it's an old letter. They've taken a photograph of it. And this is Gordon Kahl's letter to Dr. Clarence Martin while Gordon was serving his jail sentence. It was some kind of tax charge. Keep in mind, he had never had any arrest before this. He had never even had a traffic violation. He had a spotless record. He had 2 Purple Heart Silver Stars. He was a war hero. Never been in trouble with the law before the tax problems. But this is a letter from Gordon Kahl in 1977 to his friend, looks like Dr. Clarence Martin. It says number, and I'm going to try to read it. I'm going to guess 23433-175. I guess that's his inmate number. It says Thursday night, room 223. Dear Doc, I got a letter from Mom telling me that Dora had another bad spell. I'm surely sorry to hear that, and I wish there was more that I could do to help. That is something you could do without, with all the other sicknesses and problems you have to take care of. I don't know what all goes on here, but as far as I'm concerned, it's more like an old soldier's home. I've got everything I need. The institution furnishes all my material needs, and the Comforter furnishes all my spiritual needs. I'm sure Paul didn't have the nice room and bed and food that I am enjoying when he was in Rome. And John certainly wasn't this well off when he was on the Isle of Patmos. And all the millions and millions of fellow Christians who have gone to their deaths at the hands of the Antichrist through the years, and the worst is yet to come. How many will stand fast and pay the price of eternal life? How many will deny their Lord, thinking that he doesn't really expect them to pay such a price? And how many there are who have been deceived, and how many there are who have been deceived into thinking you can't get along in this world without bending whichever way the wind blows. I've had ministers tell me that nobody can get along in the world as things are and be 100% Christian. This may be true, but I think there are many who could try harder. Too many shepherds have abandoned the sheep when they saw the wolves coming. Doc, before I forget it, if you don't have Jerome Daly's address, get it from my missus, and order a bunch of those public servant questionnaires with the Freedom of Information Act on the back. And get them as quick as you can and keep them handy because you are going to need them. Before you talk to any of your servants, I think servants is how he refers to any public official working for the feds. Before you talk to any of your servants, be sure you have them filled out. Until then, you don't talk and you don't answer any questions. I don't know how long I'll be here, probably 90 days plus or minus. Then I'll be going back to Midland for whatever. Tell Dora I'm praying for her and hoping she comes along okay. Take care of yourself, Doc, and keep up the good work. Yours for Christ and country, Gordon. P.S. Thanks for all you've done for myself and the family. Does that sound like the letter of a methodical killer who wanted to kill law enforcement officers? He referred to John at Isle of Patmos. He referred to Paul when he went to Rome. He talked about not bending to get along with the world. I'm going to continue my journey to learn more about Gordon Kahl. I think if we learn from history, we're less likely to repeat it. And I think the story of Gordon Kahl has much to teach us. The last line of peaceful defense between a tyrannical government and the defendant is jury nullification. Educate yourself about jury nullification at fija.org.